Robin Gibb, whose life was full of ups and downs and tragically ended. Behind the bright lights of the stage, Robin faced great challenges with his health, family, and career. Discover the touching and surprising story of Robin Gibb's life and find out what happened to him in his final years. Let's start with his first steps. Early life and music career. Robin Gibb, along with his brothers Barry and Morris, founded one of the most legendary bands in the history of world music, the Bee Gees. The group was originally formed in Redcliffe, Queensland, Australia in 1958, when the Gibb brothers were still very young. They started with soft songs and pop style, but it was their passion for music and talent that made the Bee Gees a global music icon. From the very beginning, the group not only demonstrated their musical talent, but also their excellent composing and arranging abilities. The group's first songs were not only loved in Australia, but also quickly spread globally, making the group a phenomenon. However, it was not until the late 60s and early 70s that the Bee Gees officially emerged in the international music market. Robin Gibb, with his distinctive high, clear voice, was a major contributor to the Bee Gees' success. Together with his brother Barry, who had a powerful voice and excellent songwriting ability, and Maurice, who played bass and arranged the group, they created a unique musical style that combined pop, rock, and disco. Each member played an important role in shaping the group, especially in writing timeless songs. The Bee Gees were not only a remarkable band, but also a family united by music. It was the strong bond between the members that created a group that lasted through the ups and downs of the music industry. Robin, Barry, and Maurice Gibb shared a very special brotherhood, and this was an important factor in helping them overcome all the challenges throughout their career. The early years of the Bee Gees can be seen as a series of difficult musical experiments. They started with light pop songs, then gradually changed their style to better suit the popular music trends. In particular, from the late 1960s and early 1970s, the Bee Gees developed into a truly international group. They made their mark with songs like "To Love Somebody" and "Massachusetts," songs that took the group's name to new heights and were associated with the musical style of the 60s. However, the biggest change in the Bee Gees' career occurred in the 70s when they switched to disco music, marking a turning point in their career. This was also the period when the Bee Gees conquered the peak of their career and became icons of disco music. Hits like "Stayin' Alive," "Night Fever," and "How Deep Is Your Love" not only changed the musical landscape of the 1970s, but also helped make the group iconic. The Bee Gees' musical style has undergone many changes, from soft pop songs and soulful ballads to vibrant disco styles. But what has remained constant is the group's creativity and excellent songwriting ability. With the rise of disco in the 1970s, the Bee Gees became pioneers, and they created classic songs that are still loved and listened to over and over again all over the world. With over 220 million records sold, the Bee Gees are not only one of the best-selling bands of all time, but have also received numerous prestigious awards, including 9 Grammy Awards. Their songs are not only popular in the US and UK, but also loved all over the world. Songs like "Stayin' Alive," "Night Fever," and "How Deep Is Your Love" have become staples on the playlists of every generation of music lovers. The Bee Gees have also achieved many impressive records throughout their career. They are one of the only bands to have maintained their popularity across decades, from the 1960s to the 2000s. This is not only a testament to their timeless songwriting talent, but also a testament to the relentless creativity and perseverance of Robin, Barry, and Maurice Gibb. But being on top of the music scene didn't mean they weren't without their struggles. After soaring through the ranks during the disco era with hits like Stayin' Alive, Night Fever, and How Deep Is Your Love, the Bee Gees faced a tough reality as musical trends changed in the late 1970s. The ups and downs of their career. The fall of the disco movement had a major impact on the group's career. Although the Bee Gees were known for their ability to write and adapt to different genres, the decline of disco made it difficult for them to maintain their appeal and success. The Bee Gees' disco songs became iconic, but as audiences began to seek out newer styles of music, the group fell out of favor. Disco music was no longer as successful as it had been during their heyday, and the group faced a changing music market. This not only affected the Bee Gees' career, but also caused internal anxiety and conflict within the group about their next move. To adapt to the changes in the music industry, the Bee Gees had to change their musical style. They began to move away from disco and into other genres, including pop and adult contemporary. Robin and the Gibb brothers sought to create more mature songs to suit changing musical tastes, but this was not always as successful as they had hoped. During the 1980s, the Bee Gees released several albums that failed to match their earlier successes. The album Spirits Having Flown, 1979, with its famous songs, was still the peak of the group. But the later musical products received a less warm reception from the public than their previous records. However, Robin, Barry, and Maurice did not give up their passion for music, and they continued to experiment with different musical genres to regain the attention of fans. Although the Bee Gees achieved great success, behind the spotlight, the personal lives of the group members were not very smooth. Personal conflicts and disagreements in musical views gradually formed, causing cracks in the group, especially between Robin and Maurice Gibb. Robin, with his distinctive musical style and desire for independence in songwriting, felt that he was not recognized enough in the group. Maurice, who was always the musical pillar of the group with his excellent bass playing and arranging skills, sometimes felt pressured when his songwriting ideas did not receive consensus from the other members. The conflict between Robin and Maurice not only affected their work, but also their family relationship. Their family life began to suffer when work became too stressful and the atmosphere in the group became tense. Although they always tried to keep the group together, these disagreements gradually created a distance between the members. Robin and Maurice took a break from working together in the group to find their directions, which affected the working spirit of all three Gibb brothers. Conflicts within the group and professional pressure caused the Bee Gees to go on hiatus at some point. In 1981, Robin left the group and began his solo career. However, Robin's solo career did not achieve the same success as his collaboration with his brothers, which left him feeling frustrated. After a while, he returned to the group in 1983, but the atmosphere within the group was no longer the same. The Bee Gees continued to face difficulties in the following years, and the group went on hiatus several times while the members focused on their careers. However, in the 1990s, they reunited and continued working together, proving that their brotherhood and passion for music were still important factors that helped the Bee Gees survive all challenges. However, the hiatus affected the group's career, and they were not able to maintain the stability in their musical career as before. And it wasn't just the difficulties at work that Gibb's personal life was plagued with, which tormented his mind. Mental pain. Robin Gibb, one of the three prominent members of the Bee Gees, had a rather complicated and eventful family life. In 1968, Robin married Molly Hullis, a woman he met at the height of his musical career with the Bee Gees. Their marriage lasted about 20 years and was an important period in Robin's life, however. It was also full of challenges. The relationship between the two was not always smooth, as the music career and the stress of work strongly affected Robin's personal life. Their separation in 1980 was an important milestone in Robin's life. Despite the end of the marriage, Robin maintained a good relationship with Molly and continued to be a good father to their two sons, Spencer and Robin John. After his split from Molly, Robin soon married a second time to Dwina Murphy, an Irish writer and artist. The couple had a son, R.J. Gibb, who later went on to have his musical career. This marriage lasted until the end of his life and was said to be more stable, although Robin still faced many challenges in both his work and personal life during their marriage. Despite being a famous star with the Bee Gees, Robin Gibb's personal life was not easy. After his split from Molly, Robin faced feelings of loneliness and grief, especially when conflicts in his family affected his mental health. His family life was not only affected by the separation, but also by health and mental problems. Robin also faced many challenges related to his music career, as he struggled with changes in the music industry and tried to maintain his image and career for a long time. One of the biggest events in Robin Gibb's life was the death of his brother, Maurice Gibb, in 2003. Maurice died of serious health problems, specifically complications from coronary artery disease. Maurice's death was not only a great loss for Robin, but also an unimaginable shock to the Bee Gees. Robin described Maurice's death as an unbearable shock and an irreparable loss. Maurice was not only a confidant, a career partner, but also a close brother whom Robin loved. Maurice's death left a huge hole in Robin's heart, and he struggled with this sadness for the rest of his life. Robin, who had been struggling with health problems throughout this time, felt even more burdened by the loss of the brother he had been close to all his life. Despite this, Robin continued to live and work, but could not help but feel Maurice's absence. Some of the songs Robin composed after Maurice's death were considered deep tributes to his deceased brother. Robin's relationship with his remaining family was also heavily affected by Maurice's death. Although he maintained a close relationship with his wife Dwina and son R.J. Gibb, the loss made Robin even more lonely. In the following years, Robin not only had to deal with the loss of his family, but also with his health problems. In late 2011, Robin was diagnosed with bowel cancer and had to undergo many surgeries and treatments. This made Robin cherish the moments with his family and loved ones even more. Robin's final years were spent trying to maintain his health and find ways to live fully with the people who mattered most to him, while still dealing with the pain of Maurice's loss. Robin's relationship with Dwina and their son RJ grew stronger during this difficult time, as they stood by him and supported him throughout his final journey. But those challenges were not enough to define Robin Gibb's life. In 2012, Robin Gibb, one of the legendary members of the Bee Gees, received the news of bowel cancer, sad news that shocked the world of his music. The battle with bowel cancer. Bowel cancer came to Robin Gibb in 2012 when he was 62 years old, a period when he was at the peak of his career and had just recovered from a previous heart surgery. This disease not only affected his physical health, but also completely changed Robin's life. From an active person who was always busy with tours and music projects, Robin suddenly faced excruciating pain and had to get used to harsh treatments. Immediately after receiving the cancer diagnosis, Robin decided not to let the disease defeat him. He fought hard and never gave up, maintaining a positive and determined attitude despite having to undergo many rounds of chemotherapy and surgery. However, dealing with this disease was not easy. The chemotherapy sessions weakened his body, causing him to face many difficulties in moving and even difficulty in speaking. However, Robin always found a way to keep his spirit strong and continued to compose music throughout the treatment. Music has always been his passion and a way for him to face difficulties. This also had a significant impact on Robin and the Bee Gees' careers. He could not participate in previously planned performances, and the group's tours were also postponed. Some of the music projects he participated in were also interrupted, including the music project he and Barry were working on. This made Robin even more worried and felt that he was losing the opportunity to do what he was passionate about. However, Robin did not let his illness diminish his love for music. Throughout his treatment, he continued to compose and record. One of the important projects he completed during this time was the album The Titanic Requiem, a classical music piece he and his son, Gibb, created to commemorate the Titanic disaster. This was a special project for Robin because it was not only a way for him to stay mentally strong, but also a way for him to convey his love and respect for his family and history. On a personal level, Robin also received great support and encouragement from his family, especially his wife, Dwina Murphy, and son, Gibb. They were always by his side, helping him through the most difficult times. Dwina shared that she always saw a Robin full of determination and hope, never letting the illness change his nature. The whole family fought together and together created a loving environment, helping Robin through the darkest days. One of the most memorable moments of Robin's journey came in 2013 when he decided to return to the stage to pay tribute to his brother Maurice Gibb, who had passed away 10 years earlier. Despite Robin's health being severely compromised, he still appeared on stage at a special event to pay tribute to his beloved brother. Despite the pain and fatigue, standing in front of an audience and sharing his music was a way for him to show his strength and endless love for Maurice and his loyal fans. Declining health and death. In the final months of his life, Robin Gibb's health was in serious decline. After years of battling bowel cancer, his condition had worsened. Despite several rounds of chemotherapy and surgery, the cancer had spread and was out of control. In the months leading up to his death, Robin gradually lost the ability to move and breathe. His body became noticeably weaker, and his health was no longer improving. In early 2012, Robin was hospitalized several times, and doctors warned his family that Robin's time was running out. However, despite his physical decline, Robin's spirit remained strong. He still managed to maintain small activities such as engaging in conversations with family and friends and even making music, even if only for short periods. His wife, Dwina Murphy, and son, Gibb, were by his side, supporting him emotionally and caring for him throughout his illness. On 20th of May 2012, Robin Gibb passed away at his home in Thatcham, Berkshire, England, at the age of 62 after a long battle with cancer. His passing left a huge void not only in the music industry, but also in the hearts of millions of fans. Family, friends, and colleagues could not contain their sadness and deep regret at this loss. Robin's brothers, Barry and Maurice, could not hide their pain at losing their brother, their lifelong companion. Maurice, who passed away in 2003, now no longer has a brother to sing with on stage. The public and fans around the world also expressed their deep condolences for the passing of Robin Gibb. They held memorial services and shared fond memories of him and the Bee Gees. Robin Gibb left behind a great musical legacy, and fans will always remember him as a talented artist, a devoted brother, and a loving husband and father. Music industry colleagues also expressed their emotions. Big stars such as Sir Paul McCartney and Barry Gibb expressed their condolences and respect for Robin. McCartney, who was a close friend of the Bee Gees, shared that Robin was always one of the most talented songwriters he had ever known. Barry, who was Robin's closest brother, said that his life would be incomplete without his brother. The passing of Robin Gibb is not only the loss of a musical legend, but also a great loss for disco music lovers and those who love the music of the Bee Gees. Timeless songs like Stayin' Alive, How Deep Is Your Love, and Night Fever continue to resonate with audiences and the music world. Robin Gibb lived and wrote not only for himself, but for all who loved his music, and although he is no longer here, Robin Gibb's music will live on forever. And now it's time to remember. Let's see what legacy Robin Gibb left us at the age of 62. Legacy. Robin Gibb, along with his brothers Barry and Maurice, not only created a great career, but also left a deep and lasting musical legacy, especially in the disco and pop genres. The Bee Gees, thanks to the talent and creativity of their members, became icons of the music of the 1970s, a period when disco was popular and became the foundation of global music culture. Hits such as Stayin' Alive, How Deep Is Your Love, and Night Fever not only achieved great commercial success, but also became indispensable songs in the world music treasure. Robin Gibb contributed significantly to shaping the musical style of the Bee Gees. Not only was Robin Gibb the band's signature vocalist, but he was also a talented songwriter who co-wrote many legendary songs with his brothers. Their songs were heavily influenced by disco music, but also contained elements of pop, soul, and R&B, creating a unique and unforgettable sound. The Bee Gees' songs crossed musical borders and became part of popular culture, loved not only in the United States but also around the world. Moreover, the music of Robin Gibb and the Bee Gees has influenced many artists who came after them. Generations of famous singers and musicians, such as Justin Timberlake, Daft Punk, and Usher, have all admitted that they were deeply influenced by the music of the Bee Gees, especially Robin's falsetto singing style, which has become a unique element in pop and R&B music. In addition, the group's influence is reflected in films, television shows, and commercials, where the music of the Bee Gees is still used to evoke memories and emotions of fans. After Robin Gibb's death, millions of fans around the world held memorial events to honor his life and career. Music shows and memorial services were held to share love and respect for Robbie and to remember the moments he brought to the world through music. These memories are not only for those who followed the Bee Gees throughout their career, but also for those who loved Robin's music and for those who found joy and comfort in his tunes. One of the most special events to commemorate Robin Gibb was the memorial concert held at the Royal Albert Hall in London in 2012. This concert brought together many famous artists who had worked with the Bee Gees or were influenced by their music. The event featured the Bee Gees' timeless songs such as To Love Somebody and How Deep Is Your Love, with the participation of colleagues and fans. The concert expressed the deep affection that relatives, friends, and the public had for Robin Gibb and was an opportunity for the world to remember this talented artist. In addition to the memorial concerts, many people in the music industry also paid tribute to Robin. Touching words from famous artists such as Sir Paul McCartney, Eric Clapton, and Barry Gibb showed the influence and respect that Robin Gibb received from his colleagues. Sir Paul McCartney said that Robin was one of the greatest voices he had ever heard and admired. Barry Gibb, Robin's brother, said that there would be no Bee Gees without Robin. Their relationship was not only a musical partnership, but also a deep brotherly bond, and Robin's loss left an unfillable void in Barry's heart. Bee Gees fans, especially those who loved Robin's distinctive voice, have also come up with creative ways to remember him. Some have organized karaoke sessions of Bee Gees songs, while others have created tribute videos sharing fond memories of Robin and his music. These tributes not only help fans keep the memory of a legend alive, but also demonstrate the enduring legacy that Robin Gibb has left in the hearts of the public and the music industry. What moment in Robin Gibb's musical career do you remember that stood out